What's up, Internet? Got distracted today. I was ready to start earlier. Trying to start earlier so I can get more hours in. And actually, I'm eager to get to the dragon. I'd like to do something different. I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot faster than what I've done so far. Um, might be naive, as has been the case every time. But you know, is it wrong to be optimistic? Yes, probably yes. Most likely. Okay. Let's see. Let's get to the correct. Okay, this is where I thought I was, but this is not where I need to be. Oh, this is where I need to be. Right. All right, let's get right into it. I got some nice, tedious work to do. I estimate that it will take me 18 hours. So we might as well get into it. Um, let's grab our color here. Find out. Find out. Okay. All right. This time we're on the correct layer. Yeah, making sure I'm not on this wrong stupid layer again because that's just really annoying. I think at the time I actually thought this was like near done. Fortunately, turned out not to be the case. All right. Let's see. This does need to be pretty straight. It doesn't need to be super straight. Boy, oh boy. Does this remind me of tattooing or what? And tattoo, this line would be even slower though. Well, maybe not for all of you. For me, it would be because I was taught to run my machine pretty slowly. I'm not sure that was the best. Um, but that's the education that I got. That's just the way it went. Well, my retina's already burnt from doing that. I need this color. Seriously, that's the work I did yesterday? Probably because it looks better from far away. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, I can't tell because I know I redid this and I can't tell it apart from where I started. So I'm just like, okay, great. Feels like I did nothing. But no, no, okay. It looks fine. I'm not like so thrown off that I want to redo it or something, which is often the case. So I don't care if these colors blend together right here and just become kind of their own thing. I don't care. These should be hard to see. I have gotten better at this because the first time I did this was much more difficult. It's hard to just follow the damn lines with my eyes. I don't know if my eyes are all crossed or what. Holy smokes. Here I go again, drawing lines. I feel like, that assassin from the Rick and Morty show, the bug guy? Oh boy, here I go killing again. I feel like that guy. Oh boy, here I go drawing lines again. That's just my thing. I just draw lines. My whole life is lines. My life is linear. I can't even tell where I left off, so. I can't even tell where I left off. Let's see if I can pull one up. That's significantly harder. Great. Now I'm pushing my little table back. All this to change the color slightly. I wonder if there's some setting I could be messing with to do this instead. Although I have gone over this in the past, it's like I am I might be foolish, but in my head, because I may be wrong, that possibility exists. Um, I mean, humans are just fallible, and I am, alas, but a man. So I might be wrong, but I feel if I take a quick way through, that it just won't look as good. And that's not just that's not just some crazy cockamamie idea, albeit it may be a crazy cockamamie idea. It's not just a crazy cockamamie idea. It's also been my experience. And so this is what experience has taught me. Of course, um, even worse is that I also understand that this is what experience may have taught me because of my lack of experience. Like the possibility exists that I taught myself wrong. I've done that before. Look at that. Just for that slight color change. Why do I do this to myself? So speaking of cockamamie, damn it, then I lose what line I'm on. I saw, um, I watched, In the Line of Fire last night after my session, and that is Clint Eastwood playing an older, um, Secret Service agent. Relevant stuff said. Still to this day, things have not changed. You kind of wonder what's been happening a little bit with recent events. But it's funny because I remembered stuff about that movie, but I didn't remember Clint Eastwood being in it. I don't know why I thought it was like Robert De Niro or something. Damn it. Oh, I keep losing my place. At least you can stutter here. You can't stutter in a tattoo. But it's funny because the guy has a plastic. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say pew pew. I was gonna censor myself because I've been watching a lot of. I watch a lot of YouTube and they say pew pew instead of gun. And it's like I don't want to live in that world, so I'm not gonna. Maybe I'm shadow banned because like when we do the TTRPG, maybe saying shadow banned gets you shadow banned, right? Who knows? But when I'm doing the heavy metal game, I don't stop to say pew pew and unalive and all that other stuff. Um, so I'm just gonna stop. If nobody watches, too bad. If I get shadow banned, too bad. I'm tired of it. I just want to be me. I'm not gonna worry about um like subscriber count and all that stuff. I think at least not for now. I think it was a mistake. Like I turned off the viewer count so that I don't know who's watching, and I just assume people's watching all the time. But that way I don't stress out about it because that stuff kind of gets to you, and it's weird that it does, but it does. But my focus needs to be elsewhere. I need to be working on my art and doing high quality stuff and not worrying about all this other junk. So anyway, and get if you are watching, sorry about all the tangents. That's just the way it works around here because I am. You're just getting real me because I'm focused on the art, and that takes up a part of my brain that, kind of prevents me from overthinking things too much. Um, but anyway, I'm watching In the Line of Fire, a Clint Eastwood film where he's a Secret Service agent. And one of the things that I remember is that the would-be assassin in that movie, he makes a plastic gun. And it's funny because when Glock came out around the same time, either a little bit before or a little bit after, or it was becoming popular around that time. I don't remember the timeline exactly. And it was obviously, if you know Glock, they're probably the first very popular polymer pistol. Um, and because of that movie, people actually thought that you could just take a gun anywhere and hide it on your person and it wouldn't set off metal detectors. And it's crazy that um, a mythical Hollywood gun somehow caused a bunch of political hubbub. You know, because like like why are politicians using Hollywood myths to uh write laws, affect our lives? Like it it's not quite as ridiculous, but it's almost as ridiculous as let's say what's that movie with like that sword that has three blades and the guy shoots a blade out? Like imagine if they're like, "Oh my," like somebody saw that and said, "Oh man, swords can just shoot their blades out now. We better write a law against it." So, if you don't know me, I am pro 2A. I used to smith my own firearms, and some of my friends back in the day. I don't have any anymore, but that was part of my life for a while. So I really just always enjoyed the simple, elegant mechanics of the things and shooting as well. Big fan of that. Some of the best times I ever spent were out in the desert, uh, blasting some beer bottles, amongst other things. But it's kind of crazy. And the movie was pretty good. It was better than I remember. I remember thinking it was pretty good at the time. And I remember always thinking it was good, like in the back of my head, every time I thought about that plastic gun. Um, it was just good. It was just good all around. It was quite good. Um, but it's strange that a movie like that can be more relevant with time. Let's redo that. It's not unusual for this progress to be this slow. And the detail's low enough here that this is actually good enough for a final pass if I can stop undoing. My hand has definitely gotten steadier, although I'm not used to applying pressure, I think, is what was throwing me off. Because when you, like, I was wondering, like, hey, how come my tattoo skills aren't transferring, here, 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 why aren't they transferring here? Turned into Tweety Bird for the split second. And I think it's because the muscles were used to working in the reverse direction. Because when you're tattooing, you're actually holding the machine up over the skin as opposed to pressing into it, which I think not a lot of people do, but I think some people do when they ride the tube. And I was not the kind of guy to ride the tube. If you want to ride the tube, you go right on ahead. Me, I just wasn't into it. But seriously, I couldn't, I couldn't see, I couldn't see that way, and I didn't feel comfortable. Um, I was already imagining where the skin was. You have to like use your imagination and kind of go in blind while you're doing a lot of it. Like ideally you don't, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you're imagining it and you're doing it out of imagination. Like you're watching your hand move and you're moving your hand in a way that you think will make your will make your line end up where you think you want it to be. Not always, right? Sometimes you're just watching the needle go in and doing it. But sometimes uh, the direction the line is going doesn't allow that. So you're already using your imagination that way. It's like how are you gonna also imagine where the freaking needle is? Like I at least need to see where the needle is when I start the line to make sure it starts in the right place. Uh, so yeah, I wasn't, I don't know, confident or practiced enough to do that or to even want to try it. Really, damn it. Just lost it. Whew, that's gonna get to my hand. It's taken me like 30 minutes to do that little section for a slight change in color. But am I gonna stop? Nope. Can you tell what I'm doing there? No. Think I was making stuff up? Nope, I wasn't. Might need more, damn it. Might need more passes. This is starting to be so much like tattooing. I want it to be Sunday already. I'm not gonna get to play again. Or maybe the week after that, but if it was Sunday again, even GMing is better than not playing. Man, I'm getting really good at this. It's only been 300 hours, right? It's about damn time. Oops. See, now it feels easier than tattooing, but when I first started, it seemed way, way harder. I thought that was just going to be the case. I thought it was going to stay difficult. But this is actually, I know this is taking forever, but this is actually going much faster than the first time I did it. So, but I also have guides this time. Last time I actually did this unguided. Yeah, I didn't have any guides last time. That was a little crooked, but that's okay. point is we don't want it to be all perfect. If we did want it to be perfect, we'd just use the line tool. And then we'd copy that line so that the angles stayed identical. And we could copy it a bunch of times and just move it around as needed, but that's not the look we are going for. In fact, this is supposed to look pretty straight because it's taut, but it still needs to look organic because this armor is made with natural threads, not synthetic threads. Whew, we're gonna get tennis out about the end of this. Oh, lost it. I'm pretty sure when I print this, it's just gonna be some gray screen. It's not gonna be like, but hopefully, I'm hoping that it'll have like kind of gradation of it. Um, it'll create the illusion of it. I'm hoping. I don't know. That's I feel like it's a little unlikely. I think it will just create muddy gray grain, but it should be visible on the print. Oh, I lost it. Damn it. Pulled it off. I hope these wider lines get a little easier. Why would they though? I don't know. Leave me alone, man. Let a guy hope. You gotta be a jerk about it. Oop. I think I'm gonna go up a pixel. No, maybe half a pixel. That's slightly larger. Mm, damn it! I clicked you. Don't be unresponsive. Oh, I didn't really look ahead to see what movie's coming up for me next. Besides Gran Torino, I can't really think of another Clint Eastwood film that I really loved after Unforgiven. Unforgiven's just the best. Well, I don't know. I'd put it up there with High Plains Drifter and the Sergio Leone. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly trilogy. Talk about amazing. Am I speeding up? Am I getting faster? Nah, probably not. This song's pretty good. The hell was that? Okay, all of a sudden I can't do it. Huh. This guy sounds a lot like a Lemmy. think I already heard of these guys though. Yeah, sometimes this thing skips albums. It's so annoying. I was enjoying that, but not enough to listen to it again. I want to get through this 2024 playlist and listen to some other stuff. When I listen to my own playlist, I get um, I work a lot faster. Makes me happy to be listening to the music that I really love. But I'm greedy and I want more. The only thing is, you want really good music, you gotta find it. Hope that there's someone like minded enough out there with art and I'm the thing that they enjoy. That's what I'm hoping for. I've had I've had a few extra viewers lately, more commonly, more consistently, more often, and that's really cool. I had all but given up. Um, I said screw it. This is just gonna be for. I'm just gonna stream for my own benefit. Like one of the things that I've been preaching lately is turning your actions and your thoughts into the same thing, so that when you start thinking, you start moving on it immediately. Becoming the manifestation of your thoughts. That's what I want. I want to be the manifestation of my thoughts. I don't want to sit around and wait for them to happen. I want to make them happen all the time. Have synchronicity between my thoughts and actions. And that's why I'm here blurting out a bunch of nonsense while I'm drawing, so that I'm used. If I'm, I don't know if I can change being a thinker. If I could just shut it off, that might be kind of cool. That might be the right thing to do. But unfortunately, thoughts just happen. So I sit here and think out loud, force myself to think out loud while I draw. so that anytime I catch myself thinking, I'm tempted to start drawing. It's been working. It has. It's been working. It's great. I want to make a video on it, but I'm so busy with this, so enthralled by this damn piece that I have trouble getting anything else started, except for my heavy metal stuff, my TTRPG stuff. I've been working on that more. And my sketches, just whatever thing I feel like drawing, especially if the movie I'm watching sucks. I saw Gary Cooper, American Life, American Hero, a documentary featuring Clint Eastwood as the host. I don't know. He was the guy standing around talking about Gary Cooper. I don't know if he wrote it or if he just appeared in it. Like I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. But it was a snooze fest. It's quite possible that Gary Cooper is super amazing, but I do not know because I found it very difficult to pay attention. Um, so so I didn't. Instead, I doodled, and I'm okay with that. Much rather do a doodle, a cockle doodle do, a cockle mani doodle do. Oh yeah, so I'm saying cockamamie because Clint Eastwood says cockamamie in The Line of Fire, and then he suggests like he says cockamamie. That's a good word. Like you ought to start try using it sometime, like bringing it back for your generation or something. I don't remember the exact phrasing, but it's not my favorite word, but it's old enough now that I can appreciate it a little bit more. I like using archaic terms. Maybe one of the reasons that Mr. Burns is my favorite character from The Simpsons. Oh, there's something I don't watch anymore. Haven't been watching that anymore. It's too silly, but not in a good way. Holy smokes. Only 1 hour to do that tiny section, huh? Oh, what a breeze. Ah, man. Exhausting. All right. Oops. Maybe it's easier because I'm using the airbrush. Maybe airbrush is more forgiving. It's kind of sculpting my lines as I go. That wouldn't make sense. But I feel like I've already heard this before. Maybe I did. Whatever. It doesn't sound bad. I don't remember. So we'll just listen to it again. It seems like this is a little faster. These thicker threads. That's good. So I don't have to switch after every line. I was afraid I'd lose the lines if I didn't do it that way on the other one. It would just turn into such a blur that I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Here, I'll be okay to do one and then the other. At least I should be. Maybe add a pixel. Yeah. Man, I miss playing D&D. Not D&D, my game. I'd rather play my game any day. But I say D&D because it's like people understand what that is. It sucks because the Kleenex. I made a short on this actually. They're the Kleenex of TTRPGs. Except Kleenex is more valuable paper. I'd like to take that away from them and say a different word, but TTRPGs does not roll off the tongue. I did think about naming my game Dyson Decisions, so so that people would say D&D and then it'd be like which one. Right, but that's a pipe dream. That's not going to work, and it'll probably get me sued. And of course, I would have named it Heavy Metal Metal, but I mean, Heavy Metal Magazine would probably sue me. Even if I made a heavy metal role playing game, they'd probably still sue me. I don't know. I haven't talked to a lawyer yet because I'm not in that stage. But man, I'd like to be soon. That would be cool. Well, this does seem to be going faster, so that's good news. Sorry if I get quiet, guys. Like, I'm in the zone. Whew, the painful zone. Oh, it was brutal on your fingers and hand and my carpals. Damn it, my carpals. I mean, if I could, there's no way I'm gonna finish this tonight. There's no way. Not at this pace. Freaking hand. How nice would it be if it was Sunday? I could run the game. I could play it right now, man. That's like that's the one thing I still enjoy. That's like I'm not haven't been playing any video games. Haven't been doing anything else. Well, been watching my Clint Eastwood movies, and I've been watching Monday Night Raw, and I've been watching the 1990s Batman cartoon. I finally saw all the episodes that are under Batman the Animated Series, and I'm watching the ones that are uh, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. That's a great cartoon. Damn it. I still don't know how to ditch. Like, in tattooing, when the line's going bad, you ditch, you pull out, you pull up. But it's natural because you're holding the tattoo machine up, not pressing it in. Yeah, if you're going to lose a line, where do you go? You're pushing in. I don't know. My buddy really wasted my time. I should have been like through this already. We hadn't talked in a long time. Kind of tried to hint that I was getting antsy and needed a draw, but he wasn't in the listening way. And now I'm getting hungry. Why must I hunger? Why must I hunger? Why must I thirst? Why can't I be more of a machine or an inorganic type, free of the weakness of flesh? How does Pinhead say it? Oops. What was I trying to do? All right. I was trying to do this. Push the wrong button. for the damn Windows key by the control, the Catarl key. This music's pretty good. It makes you wish I was living in the 80s. And that's always a good feeling. Like maybe I could live in a loft in the city, like have way too much space when when real estate was affordable. And I could do like, ah man, I'd have the raddest car. I think that's the one thing about the 80s that wasn't that great was the cars. Everybody was hyper concerned with gas prices. So everything moved to being economical. Professional. Managed to mute myself before I coughed for so you guys didn't have to hear my horrible throat sounds. Oh, that looks so much better. I think I might even leave it like that. Yeah, it's doing what I wanted it to. You might want to not touch it. I think that's what we'll do. Let's see. Let's turn sword off for now. Well, it's somewhere around here. And I guess we'll turn off hand as well. Left forearm, is it here? Good enough. Damn it. No, I think we're just going to leave it like that. That's in its final spot, so we can just leave it. Do we need to go up in pixels? Maybe we'll go to 7. Give it one more pixel. Again, couldn't ditch. Couldn't figure out a way to bail. Damn. R40. Freaking hell. Maybe 8 pixels? Mm, I just want I just want to play TTRPGs, guys. Oh, I miss having character. I'm glad I have one again. I want to play it so bad. I messed it all up. Why didn't I lift the damn pen? No, I think I'm gonna take my own advice. I told this guy on the internet to wrap his crow quill, and he said it's been working out for him. I used to wrap on my tubes and paper towels when I was tattooing. That helped a lot. I haven't been doing anything. Uh, I'll do it later. It's just it's gonna take more thought than I want it to. So how am I gonna get to those buttons that I don't even use? So might be an ordeal. But now that I'm doing something like that's more like tattooing, now suddenly I find the need for that. I'm used to this hurting a little. I'm used to it hurting a little because about every normally it takes me about an hour, and then I have to pop some of the carpals in my palm. That's how I bailed. Don't know really know how I did it, but that's how I did not. Whew. Let's take a minute here to see that this is going well. A minute to refresh my encouragement. Not sure. I might have to go back inside of the color. Maybe. I guess we'll know more when we start on the lames of the Kasusuri. Kusazuri. Damn it. Close. Damn it. Can I do it at this? If I can zoom out this much, it might save me some work. But it's harder to see my icon. Unfortunately, that's how I tell where my stylus is actually at. Hmm. Remembering the guy who taught me to tattoo used to like look used to like to look away and just do it on purpose and be all like, yeah, yeah, he's tattooing. Because your hand does get used to just doing it so damn much that, like when you're packing color, you don't even really look at it much. I remembered right now that I closed my eyes for a little bit. It was more of a blink. It didn't look right. It didn't feel right. Both are true. Oh, these look so different. It's actually hurting my knuckles. If I remember correctly, the first time I did this little section, it took me about 4 hours. So, unfortunately, I'm thinking I haven't actually gained any speed, despite me not using Control Z like I did many, many times when I did this, which slows you down quite a bit. And I remember using Control Z like nonstop, which is the undo command, hotkey, whatever. He says as he incessantly reaches for the Control Z now. Um, Despite that, I didn't have any guides then. My only guide was the next line that I drew, the previous line that I drew. I mean, and just doesn't seem like I've gained any speed if this projection is correct in my head. Which is unfortunate. I mean, can we please go? There we go. The steps that it has, like automatically, are kind of dumb. Just mess it up more because I couldn't see the cursor very well. It matters more where the cursor is than when your stylus is. Imagine who does this, who spends so many hours on just one detail. Only a lunatic like me, a cockamamie lunatic. Guess I'm bringing it back. Maybe the music might be slowing me down too. That possibility always exists. It's not slow music, but it's not easy to get into a rhythm with it. Whew. You gotta stretch. You gotta stretch. Stretch out the fingers. Whew. Some of these lines are perfectly straight. Now I remember every like 4 or 5 lines, I used a perfectly straight line as my guide. I used the line tool. I was like, this line looks perfectly straight. Oh yeah, I did put perfectly straight lines in here. As a matter of fact, they're the wrong color. I'm not going to change it because you can't tell. Because I'm tired and I want to go home. Everybody, it's late and want to go to bed. Just the women. That bothers me. Tip feels like it's getting messed up from this. I don't know. I've been using it for quite a lot of hours. Sometimes I see little fuzzy parts of it there, but then doesn't seem to be getting any smaller. Strange. Because it's called a nib. That's what they're called in like croco pens and like, dip pens, little metal parts. Just have plastic nibs, so I guess that makes sense. No reason to come up with a new name for them. Well, I guess there is some reason, but they probably didn't come up with a new name for them because they wanted artists to feel at home with it. Still feel like this is a gimmick. I'm not saying it's not real art or any of that. Like, I don't care if you're using an etch a sketch or, oil paints. That makes no difference to me. It's just like designed to extract value out of an artist. How can we make artists faster and pay them less? That's what it's about. That's why they push forward. Because if you look at early digital art, I think I own the first fully digitally made comic book. Digitally made comic book, like that. You like that stutter? Yeah, that's good. That pause, that pregnant pause. I think I own it. I think I have it somewhere. My boxes of comics. This one doesn't look as good. It's got a cool effect from here, but it doesn't look like that. Uh, until I do the links below, I won't know if I'm gonna redo that or all of this. I don't know. Damn it. But I know something has to be done. Maybe 1 pixel less? Nah, let's just go for it. We're just gonna press a little less hard. That phone call drained me of talking, is what happened. It was a long phone call, guys. So, like, over 4 hours. And I didn't get to do my morning silence. I like to exist in silence for a little while. Enjoy some peace before I start my day. Instead, I was blabbing away. What can you do? So I tried to get out of the call, but it wasn't happening. Held hostage by politeness. What language is this? French? I was skeptical of the French making music. I don't know. Something not right about it. Yeah, it's definitely French. Unless there's something terribly similar to French that I'm not aware of. No, I think I've heard just enough to identify it, especially with a sample this large. What the hell? I'll have to reply to that later. Huh. Oh man, it's rough. The French music isn't helping. It's not terrible, so I'm not skipping it, but it's not very good. Like, like to give things a chance, you know. See if it'll grow on me after one whole album. Because sometimes, you know, you don't know how to listen. Like people who don't enjoy my art, they don't know how to look. They don't know how to see. That's I'm here to teach them. That is the job of the artist. I have to zoom in a little. Magique. I don't hate. I don't hate that. Magique. Now I'm controlling pressure for the variety of the width of these lines. Making everything more difficult. Oh, should it be nice if my old buddies showed up, give me give me crap, bust my balls and all that. But I guess we're not on speaking terms. That's a shame. So many things I need to do. So little time in the day. That's always weird when they do that. How is that a romance like? Well, a romantic. I just romance language. But how's that a romantic language? When you're hucking and hacking. I mean, I guess I could think of one way. If you think of like huck to a girl. I don't know. I'm just not really seeing it. Well, it does look consistent throughout those. Oh, good grief. That took it out of me, man. Mm. Who's Sasuri? I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell myself. Let's just keep going. This is excruciating. This is bloody boring. It's just wearing me down a little. I saw something weird. There. What? Dumb, dumb. Let's see what this does, actually. These don't look the same, though, huh? Maybe I sped through this too much. Let's just merge that. Let's add a little. Since we're here, let's add a little bit of darkness right around here. Too much? Just a little bit. Doesn't look right. You better not start doing some other stuff. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I don't want to put shadows down there. I really want to put shadows up here. Just darken that up a little bit. Too much, maybe? Yeah, it just needs a little bit. Just needs a little touch. There we go. Now stop worrying about it. Because this beard's supposed to be there anyway. Alright. So distracted. That's okay. Gonna have to do these details eventually anyway. Let's put you back. We also need our belt back. Go for our belts and our sword. For belt sections. I guess the other belt sections actually. All right. I listened for as long as I could. You're boring the hell out of me. I mean, the worst thing you can be is boring. To- Tonnery, Tonnery, La Nuit Sauvage, the Savage Nut. Perfect French translation. Let's move on. This is like a monotone, stagnant voice, not doing anything interesting, really dragging down the everything else that was also monotonous. That's nice. Looks like we got some old school synth, a la Deep Purple. Nice bass sound. All right, don't let me down. Let's see. Can't really see anything in here, but we definitely need to add some shadows. There we go. It does look better. And it only took 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that. So, all in all, considering how long everything else has taken, it's actually not that bad. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Somebody's gone insane, but it ain't me. No, sir. I'm seeing clearer than ever. It's funny because it's ironic. Oh, I just realized I'm going to have to do a lot of selections. And the belt's actually in the way. No, it looks good again. I don't know why it was looking weird to me. It's probably because I'm zoomed out that looks good. When I zoom in, it's still an improvement, but yeah, I rushed it. That's okay. That's okay. We can always just do more work on it. It's just gonna need a little bit of love. And we got a whole lot of love. Whole lot of love? Well, where's my belt again? Okay. I'm going to be working way down here more and way less up there now. All that stuff on his upper body is basically done. We're getting to the point where we are starting to focus on details. Um, I'm going to call them finishing passes. Finishing passes. Because it sounds good. It sounds like I'm close to finishing. That's always a pleasure. Well, I mean, who doesn't like finishing? I'm already here. I might as well. Man, like I knew this a long time ago, but sometimes it's nice when social media reminds you of stuff. But it was Lemmy who wrote uh, Ozzy Osbourne's "I'm Coming Home" and a couple other songs as well. I just remembered because this guy said "I'm coming home." Do you mind, guy? Sometimes it's just damn thing just turns really unresponsive. Yeah, okay, this is unpleasant for my hand. This is unpleasant for my eyes. My friend was smack talking Lemmy the other day. Uh, I get it. It's not for everyone, but I don't know. It's a pretty cool dude. Maybe got a little too loose there. Actually, that looks all right. Do I want to do more selective selections? Or do I want to start doing this? maybe maybe if I went straight across the whole thing, that might be cool. Just anything to break up the monotony, guys. It sucks that sometimes monotony is what makes something look good. Why can't fun things be easy? Why can't great things be? I guess great things, yeah. I don't know if great things are ever easy. Except for maybe, no, I won't say it. I won't say it. I'm not going to get myself banned for a joke. So nobody's even here. Why am I going to say some stuff? That is one way to break up the monotony, though. This is sounding bad, too. Okay, that's better. It's been only sort of okay. What the hell, man? Just get out of here. This might make it harder for me. Whoop. Oh boy, oh boy. If I had done this mask a long time ago. I would have probably made everything easier for myself, but I'm not I'm not mad at myself. I'm just realizing it because we need to admit things to ourselves to be able to grow. But I'm not mad because I just didn't know. I didn't know. I was struggling really hard to get my accent for my predator. You wouldn't think a predator would have an accent, but I think I just did it right now, an accent. Yeah, I don't know. What's the matter with this guy? That's what I should be doing. Hey, get a load of this guy. Is that more mobster? I'm trying to do Italian mobster. Maybe I need to watch some wise guy films. I haven't seen a gangster movie in a while, you know? Hey, get a load of this guy over here. I was trying to do it, but I think I was over exaggerating certain parts and not doing other parts very well. We'll see. We'll see. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. See if I can get Helicopter to run a session for me. Maybe. I'm hopeful. If I run his session quickly enough, then maybe we can switch over. Okay, we'll go with that. Screw it. It looked a little off, but it's fine. What? Get the hell out of here. What is all this? Look at that. It only took 14 minutes or something. Should I merge these layers so that I can work on all of them at once? I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of merging layers. I haven't been able to do it. I'm scared. You can't take it back. You know, that's cost me many hours already of work. Not being able to take it back. Oh man, I'm being ruled by fear. I am my own worst enemy. A pathetic coward. Now I'm full of hate for self loathing. I do not want to be a furred. That is, that's the worst. Being scared. That is a truly despicable trait. Not something that I'm interested in experiencing. But also, I don't want to be like foolhardy and be like, I'm not as scared of nothing. I will merge all the layers. And then create many more hours of work for myself. So am I being prudent or cowardly? I don't know. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. You can ask. You can leave a comment, you know. You can leave your comment. Um I might even read it. How do I do this? I'm not a coward. I'm not. Not. No. You're a coward. Call me a coward, you coward. This looks terrible. Is he even the right color? This is. Are these lines too thick? Is that what it is? Should I put in the shading afterwards with thinner lines? Would that help? Let's try that. I think that's what I had to do last time to make it look right. Is that what I'm gonna have to do? Yeah, it's just messed up. It's just messed up. It's not good. It looks funky. And not in a good way. Cool if it was like some funky comedina, but it's not. Whoops. Maybe I should have been doing it like this all along. I don't know. Starting to look real waxy. I can't even tell where this is supposed to go now. I see. I see. All right, let's try again. What the hell? I mean, this looks terrible. Do these even line up? I guess they do. But not the way I'm doing it. What am I even doing? I've lost the plot. Let's try this. I see. Oh, being way dumb. I'm being way dumb. I'm a dumb. Da-da-da. Okay, this thing isn't working. Let's try this one again. Maybe I need to use them in combination. Take you to Combo Nation. Beat you up with a six killer, the like sick killer combo. If I can speak, if I can make words again. I don't need words to beat you up, man. Bully in the air because I'm mad. Why does this look wrong? Oh, because I did those wrong. That's not the way those go. So dumb. I did those right. Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. Those are okay. But they're not like that. They're like this. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Look who messed up again. Gone and gummed it all up. It's like, what am I doing here? I'm just messing up. Just messing up. And how is it actually? Okay. Okay. So it's like I did it on the left shoulder pad, so it's less to redo. Good. Okay. Yeah, it's like that, more or less. Okay. It's like this. It's like this. And then like this. But why does it look terrible? You know what I mean? It looks awful. I mean, that's closer to what it's supposed to be, but man, I'm not being able to make it look good. Why? I don't know. Hmm. Let's see. First off, let's fix whatever's going on here. So we can actually maybe find this in the future again. It's dumb, but whatever. Why does this look so much different? Oh, wait. Haha. Okay. Maybe it's much, much smaller. Nope. Damn, these are way too up and down. How did I do it? Maybe I should be using this. No, not you. Sounds good again, at least. So what it is, this softer brush is working better. There's gotta. Maybe I should be using a different brush. And that does not look very good. I might just be worn out. Sometimes you need to take a break, guys. That monotony at the beginning was just probably too much to push through. So I'm not gonna. Um, I'm gonna leave it be for today. It's okay. We still put in a good 3 hours, but I might not have the right mentality for it right now. So, oh man, if I didn't get distracted by that call, I'm worn out. Like I don't need to be doing that much talking all day. This is where I get my thoughts done. So I'm probably a little exhausted from putting all that conversation together. Uh, like I said, I'm trying to do the thing where like my conversation and my art are the same thing, but I'm just done right now. I think that's what it is. All right, guys. So like, subscribe, follow, do all the internet stuff for me, guys. Check out my links. Buy a T-shirt. Hopefully, in a few weeks, this will be done, and you can buy this as a T-shirt or a print. That'd be awesome. Um, but if you don't want to do any of that stuff, you can still be awesome as long as you remember, stay metal.